Trainers, what's going on? We got another video for you guys today. This is going to be the free-to-play player's guide on maxing out Kitasan Black. Now, this video is mostly going to go over for those of you who were not able to or will not be able to max out your Kitasan Black day one. Now, the goal is definitely to try to max Limit Break Kitasan Black day one, or at least get as many copies as possible. But I know a lot of people are kind of making it sound like it's a must do, otherwise you're bricking your account and you can't play the game. I just wanted to let you guys know that there was plenty of JP players who played this game without a max limit broken Kitasan Black. While it's definitely a lot better with a max limit broken Kitasan Black because that's just one card that will always be in every single deck, it's definitely not like you're not able to beat the events. So do know that you can still play the game and beat the events even without a max limit broken Kitasan Black. The game will just be a little bit harder and you're going to have to find a good friend to hopefully borrow this from. But I just wanted to start off with that because as a free-to-play player, it's making it a little bit scary sounding when everybody is like, you guys need to save 50,000 carats and max this out day one. Well, this is going to be a guide of what happens if you don't max it out day one, and hopefully we make it a little bit easier. Now, first of all, let's go ahead and say you're a brand new player. This is your first day playing the game. What are you going to do? You're going to reroll and try to get at least 2 copies of Kitasan Black. That would be a great start to any account. And also, if you're not too far in the game, you don't have too many characters in the game, you don't have a very good support deck or trainees, then definitely consider rerolling as well, because getting at least 2 copies of Kitasan Black at the very beginning of your game will be a huge boost and give you a much higher chance of maxing out Kitasan Black for free, because there is about, I would say, 30,000-ish, maybe a little more, like 40,000-50,000 if the events still give it to you, of carrots that you can get free to play. I've spent plenty of them. I believe I've done like 80-90 summons, so I'm definitely a little over 30,000 myself, and that's completely free to play as well. So do keep in mind that if you can get 2 copies right now rerolling, you're most likely going to be able to max limit break or get really close to doing that. So that's step 1 if you're new. If you're not new and you don't want to do the rerolling, then there's a couple other plans for us. Okay, right? So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about how many copies of Kitasan Black we need before we go completely into this. So we're going to need 5 copies. As you see, this Tokai Teo right here is my first copy, and we're going to need 4 dupes. So if once we get our 4 dupes, all 4 of these diamonds will light up like this, and that will let you know you've max limit broken it, and you can get it up to level 50 now, and you get all the skills and all the good stuff. So what is going to be our plan as a free-to-play player? Now, I hope you have gems. I hope you have carrots, because otherwise you definitely are going to be not getting a max limit Kitasan Black for a very long time. It might even be worth just summoning on whatever you want if you're early game, and then start saving now for the rerun. So if you don't have at least 30,000 carats, which I don't have at least 30,000 carats, then you're going to be gambling, right? You're going to not be guaranteed anything, and you could possibly walk away with nothing. So for us free-to-play players, if you cannot get 30,000 carats by the time Kitasan Black's banner goes away, I recommend just waiting. I know it sounds like a bad idea, but you're going to want to have at least a little banked tab of 30,000 carats for Kitasan Black in the future. So do keep in mind that you can summon with your extra carats after that, because it's definitely important to get some SRs. So you can summon for the horse girls that you want. You can summon on the upcoming, the Super Creek banner. You can throw some summons into there to try to get something, but try to start building up a savings. Now, for those of us who do have our 30,000 carats, we can start summoning on Kitasan Black. Now, why did I say we have to have 30,000 carats to even begin this plan? Well, that's because with 30,000 carats, you're guaranteed to get 1 copy. Only 1 copy, right? You can pull an exchange right here after you get 200 summons, which is 30,000 carats. So that will be our very first copy of Kitasan Black right there. Now we need 4 more copies of Kitasan Black. How are we going to be getting our second copy? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say with bare minimum luck, we got at least one copy of Kitasan Black in those 200 summons. So that gives us two copies of Kitasan Black. Honestly, I believe if we get a little lucky, we could probably get at least two or three if they give us the higher rates for the banners. But we're going to go ahead and just say we've got our one copy and our first dupe of Kitasan Black. So let's go ahead and go on over here and see what we got. We've got one dupe, so we need three more dupes to go. So the next thing that we're going to have to do is head on over to here, and this will show you guys how we're going to get our second dupe. During the half anniversary, we're going to be getting an half anniversary SSR exchange ticket. With this exchange ticket, we can actually see from the Japanese version that they were able to just clear some missions, so it's completely free to play. And you're going to go ahead and be able to grab another copy of Kitasan Black, which will bring us to 2 out of the 4 dupes that we need. Now, I went ahead and looked at the rest of the anniversary tickets. I believe our first anniversary SSR exchange ticket, unfortunately, was a paid one. It says limited purchase during the first anniversary, and the 1.5 one, it looks like after 1.5 years, we could get a mission reward SSR exchange, but we don't really want to wait that long, do we? We don't want to wait like a year and a half to get it. So we're going to not be planning on getting it from the SSR exchange. We're just going to be focusing on getting it from the half year. So we're going to let's go ahead and recap real quick. We got our one copy from our guaranteed. We got our second copy, hopefully, from summoning. And then we're going to get our third copy from the SSR exchange ticket. So let's go ahead and show you guys again on here. 3 copies will mean 2 dupes, which means we need 2 more dupes to go. Now, what are we going to have to do after that is go ahead and go back over to my little list over here. Our next way of getting dupes for our Kitasan Black is going to be from Rainbow Limit Break crystals. Rainbow Limit Break crystals are something that will be coming out in about 7 months, I believe, is how long it took for it to come out in the JP version. So hopefully we get it in a similar amount of time. And what Rainbow Limit Break crystals are is ways for us to limit break our SSR support cards. So we use 1 Rainbow Limit Break crystal for 1 dupe copy of Kitasan Black. Now, how do we get these crystals? Well, we have to actually start with the Rainbow Limit Break fragments. And we have to combine 20 fragments for 1 crystal. And the way that we get these is through limited time events. So as we go ahead and just continue to play the game, we will eventually be able to get another copy of Kitasan Black. So that will give us our third dupe of Kitasan Black, which means we only need to get 1 final dupe of Kitasan Black. Now, from here is where we're going to either need to wait for another Rainbow Limit Break token to get our final copy, or if we go ahead and check the banner history, this is why I was telling my previous players who don't have the 30,000 to save, is if we go ahead and scroll on up, this is going to show us our banners currently that we have right now. This was last banner, this is our current banner, and this is going to be our Kitasan banner that's coming up. As we see, it ends on April 14th, and the rerun banner, which again, we're just going to go ahead and assume that the rerun banner will happen. The rerun banner, if we scroll all the way up to, I believe it was November, the rerun banner for Kitasan Black happens in November. So it will be happening around like probably 6 months after our original run for Kitasan Black. So we can hopefully try to summon on this to get an early copy or 2. So it definitely would be a good idea to save up for the second rerun of Kitasan Black after summoning for the first round of Kitasan Black. Or again, I'm not going to tell you guys to save 30,000 crystals again, because you definitely want to summon some actual Umas, right? So just go ahead and try to get some savings for this, and hopefully we can pull a copy from this. If not, then we're just going to be maxing it through the Rainbow Limit Break crystals. So that's going to be our plan, right? Let's go ahead and just quickly refresh how we're going to do it. Let's go ahead and go back to the game. So we're going to be pulling 2 copies from the game, ideally more if we're lucky through these scouts. So that gives us our 2 copies. We're going to get 1 from the summon and then 1 from the exchange. And then do keep in mind, while we're using our summons here, I know a lot of people might not know this right here. If we go over to the shop right here, we can actually go to the Cleat Exchange and we can grab support card scout tickets right here. As you see, we can get 2, we can get 4, and we can get 6. Now, how do we get these cleats? Now, the cleats that we get from here are going to be gotten through the support cards. As we summon for our Kitasan Black, we're going to get dupes. If you get a dupe of a UR that you don't want, head over to storage right here, click this button right here, and you can sell these for cleats, and that's going to be how you get a couple extra summons. Now, other than that, we're going to go ahead and be going over how we get the other 3 dupes, and that is going to be through our tickets. We're going to get another copy through our tickets, and then either we're going to summon again on the Kitasan Black rerun banner, or we're going to go ahead and wait for events to go through, and we're going to max limit break it by using our rainbow limit break crystals. So that's going to be all of our possible ways to get dupes for Kitasan Black for complete free and not having to worry about spending any money. Now, hopefully that made you guys feel a little bit better about not maxing out Kitasan Black day 1. I know a lot of people were making it sound like you definitely need to max them out, and it definitely will make the game a lot easier if you can max her out. So I recommend maxing her out day 1 as well if you can, but if you can't, don't worry about it. You will eventually max her out with these rainbow limit break crystals, and if you even failed to pull her day 1, don't worry again. You'll get her in about 6 months through the anniversary ticket, and then again you can just rainbow limit break crystal that over time, or again we have the rerun banner also coming in hopefully about 6 months. So there's plenty of ways that we can get Kitasan Black. If you don't have money right now, maybe save up money and then spend it in about 6 months. So don't feel stressed. Don't worry about it, guys. 6 months of having to borrow a friend is going to suck, but hey, you're still going to clear all the events even without a max limit broken Kitasan Black. Anyways, hopefully that helped you guys. Hopefully you guys feel a lot better about not maxing out Kitasan Black day 1. And for those of you who can max out Kitasan Black, congratulations. Add me. I want to be your friend. I need a max limit break in Kitasan Black. Actually, I might even max limit break my Kitasan Black. So I'll add you free-to-play players who need a max limit broken Kitasan Black. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.